Hi, Tyree. I wanted to give you some video feedback. It's usually the quickest way to talk about everything, so let's jump right in. First, great job. You have the Real Deal Taco disclaimer in the bottom, and you have the year with the copyright symbol. Good job. You do want to put the logo in the header. Okay, so you're going to probably grab the corners here, resize it down, and grab it up here. If you're having a problem, it's just play with it a little bit, the cropping and so forth. And let's see, this can probably, I would select that, make the background red if that's what you're going to do. However, I do recommend you keep this white, make the background white. So you would select that and change background. Or you can, that would be the best way for you to do it actually. So then I would make it more of a blue, or make the background blue and make the top white with the logo up here. So then the logo will be blue on white, and this would be blue. Keep in mind when you're making something and choosing colors that this red might be a competitor food truck, so we want to make sure we stick with the brand, the color, and we want to make sure we never crop a logo. And these are all things students do. They don't know yet. Really important though, clients don't want to see their logos cropped in any way. So super important. Resize that, bring it up here. And then let's see the About page. Okay, you see these vibrating a little bit, right? This is because the saturation and the luminance is too bright. Something has to be kind of toned down. The two colors together, they cause a jitter. The same thing here. You want to be very careful about the colors you're putting together. A lot of it is, frankly, the red. If you were to drop that to the other color, it might work. You then want to be careful and watch for contrast, okay? You can probably grab the toggle here and pull that up to close that space. You can also, you could move that over and find just a couple. When I say a couple, find a photo of a couple and put it in there so it could be, represent them. Let's see, locations. This one strangely works better, but only because these are caps and because this is a little darker. This is still pretty intense. This is working better. It's closer to a black. In fact, it may be black, so it works a little better. But really, changing the background, that would be one sweeping change, and that would help, okay? The menu, good job. Great, I can see you spent time here. Good job. You could put an image here, but let's see. These are hard to find images of, I know. Okay, same here. You could probably add padding to this column and, provide a little more space between these. You've got hierarchy here. You could, bold the date or something, put a little space here, or rather after the venue, a little space before you start what it's about. That's another way. I think there are images for that too. So the contact page might have an image on it because it's taking a long time to load. Let me try that again. Okay. Yeah, we want to watch out for this Christmas color. I don't know, you may be colorblind. If you are, let me know. but you know, you could go for a blue and gold, which would be, if you were colorblind, easier to see. Let's remove the placeholders, but definitely we want to change this green and red. Okay, they are complementary colors in that, you know, they make the other one stronger, but it's a little intense, and this is a little bright for it to be able to read. And again, mostly because the client doesn't use that color. So here, good job. Great. Let's see. You're linked up. And usually I can just look down at the bottom and see that it's linked. Good job. All right. And then these, just delete those. And yeah, I would make this the same color background. It's maybe a column there. You can delete the columns. You can select it and you'll have something pop up that says Manage Columns. What you'll find is you can go over to the one on the right. I would do this before you put the logo up here. And you can put into the trash the column on the right. Now, what will happen, is your navigation will disappear, but that's okay. You just have to go over to the plus sign in your editor for the add element. And then in the drop-down menu, select menu and anchor. And then you're going to drag over another menu, and it's going to select everything that is already in your site. So all these will come right back, right? Because it's going to pick up the pages. Okay. Overall, great job. The menu page is the toughest. You did that. You've got all your contact here. Let me see if I can quickly show you some of the things that you might need to work on here. So let's just select any site. And then I'll show you how to change the background and those columns. It is in one of the videos. It might be in the course for the week. All right. So let's see here. If I go to Manage Columns, there are 2 columns. So if I select this, note the navigation. If I remove it, now I've got 1 column back there. And I'm not crazy about this particular logo. And of course, it has the same problem yours have. And it needs to be adjusted. Get a little bit of room. Go to crop and pull that out. But there's also one that's on a transparent background, and so it will be round. And so then this is a little big because it makes our header a little too deep. So then we don't have a navigation, right? I'm going to move this a little. So we're going to go to plus, add elements, and go to menu and anchor. Stay with your theme and just drag one over, any of these that you want. Okay. These are a little harder because the background colors. So let's just try one of the others for you. There. And you noticed all the pages that you have showed up. Now changing the background color. You can select this, right click, change background, go to color, and select whatever color you want. All right. You can also select, go to site design, page background, right now we have this color back there, which is fine. If you don't have that color, let's say you've got your red, then you would select this color and go to the blue, and that would change it. Then you come down to apply to other pages. Okay, and maybe this is a different color, or these are all red, then you would check that, and they would all turn the same color. So I think those are the main things. You had some columns here. Let's see, if we edit this. Let's see. I think that you are okay there. You might be able to just grab those columns and move them over. Okay. You can grab these and do this. If you have two, you can just grab it and move it. Or again, you can just do this. And here you would, this is a background. Usually it's an image, and you would go up here and say, add an image, go to free from Wix, and then you're going to look for a couple. That's how you could do it if it were not the background. I don't really care for the way this one is. You can see these crop lines moving. I think a different one might be better because of the way that one is. Probably work if we put it on the left side. So we can put this one, we see it's centered nicely. And that one works a little better. All right. Okay, so I think those are all the things that you need to look at for yours. And let me know if you have any questions. The other thing only is the one food item. So what I probably would do there is either look for an image of that. I know most of them have glassware, and I'll let that go until I find one that isn't. But you could also remove that one. I would let you do that. All right. So have fun, and you're doing a great job.